saying that we have all the answers we might want in the midst of our grief, but I am saying on a big picture scale, we can know one thing, that not one single tear is meaningless and not 1 ounce of grief and affliction is wasted, but they are deemed necessary by our perfect Heavenly Father in order that they might produce in us a faith that will last until glory. That's what they're doing in you every single time. That's happening. Our faith, in other words, is refined in the fire of trial for our good and His glory. You see, this is how it works. The fire of trial burns off the chaff that grows up around your faith. It burns off the chaff of self-reliance, self-confidence, and pride. It burns off the chaff of idolatry that tries to come up around it. It burns off the chaff of ignorance so that only faith remains. And faith strengthened and forged by fire that's strong and pure. That's what it does. That's what fires of trial do in us. It burns off impurities that grow up around our faith. God says it's necessary that happens. That on that last day, faith might stand. It's in those moments of fiery trial that our self-reliance is exposed, right? And we see it exposed and it comes up short. I can't do that. It's beyond me. I thought all this time I could just kind of go through life. I'm doing all the things, like I got it all covered. But it's in the moment of that fiery trial that comes and it's beyond where we are. We see that chaff of self-reliance for what it actually is. And the fire of the trial burns it away. And it's also where we see then, as this chaff gets burned away and all that's left is Jesus, we see Jesus to be trustworthy, near, and strong, and His promise is sure, and our faith is refined. God cares more about your faith being that which results in praise and glory and honor when Jesus returns than He does your temporary comfort. God cares more about my faith being that which results in praise and glory and honor when Jesus returns than He does about my temporary comfort. That's what Peter's saying here. That's why it's necessary. He doesn't keep us from that which will work in our lives to refine our faith. No, He sends it, and then He works in it to do just what He aims to accomplish. Paul says it like this elsewhere in 2 Corinthians chapter 4. So we do not lose heart. Though our outer self is wasting away, our inner self is being renewed day by day. Notice this language, it's very similar to Peter's. For this light, momentary affliction. Now, it might not feel light and momentary. It might feel heavy and long. But in the light of eternity, Paul says, it's light and momentary. Look what it is preparing. It's doing something, in other words, for us an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison. Paul says your light momentary affliction is doing something. It's not meaningless, but it is preparing an eternal weight of glory that's beyond comparison